it's Ensnared Fawn, and I'm back with another Futomomo tutorial. So for this one, I'm going to be using 2 bundles of rope. One is going to be 30 feet, and then the other one is roughly 26 feet. I cut it myself, so I'm not exactly sure what it is. So anyways, you'll start by finding the bight of your rope, and then you're going to want to bend the leg that you'll be tying into a Futomomo. So we're actually going to have that lark's head cinch on the inside of our leg. So we'll take the bight and pull the working end through. Then we're going to position this where we want it to go. And reverse tension. And we're going to make a wrap above the first wrap. And bring it back around to the front. At this point, we'll bring it through the bight of the rope again. And we're going to pass underneath both of our legs to the front of the tie. At this point, we'll pass over the 2 wraps and between the 2 legs back to the other side of the tie. All right, so once again, we'll pull through the bight of the tie. And now we have that first initial cinch. Sorry about my dog in the background. Okay, so we're going to bring the rope right around here. And we're going to want to angle the rope going downwards. This is because we're creating a diamond pattern. So we'll pass the rope over top of this stem. And we're going to create a Hishi, a munter hinge right here. So we go over and under this line. And I like to hold this to keep the tension in place. All right, then we bring the working end over top of the line that we're holding. And then we go underneath that top wrap right here. Which creates our first munter. Then at this point, we just go over top and back around. Right here, we're going to create a half hitch. So to do that, we're going to have the line directly under this line. Then we're going to pass over top and through the 2 lines, going underneath that top one. And that creates a half hitch. So we're just going to bring it back to the inside of the legs, and we're going to have it angled down once again. So again, pass over top of that line, going to do another munter hitch right here. So same thing, we go over and under, hold this line to keep the tension, go over top of it, and then go under this line. Which creates a munter hitch. And now we're going to do another half hitch right here. So in order to maintain symmetry, instead of going over top of this line, we're going to first go underneath. All right, so we've gone underneath. Then what we do is we move the rope back down and underneath this line. And so this visually mirrors this half hitch right here. So they're the same on both sides. And we'll bring it back to the front. So this part is a little bit tricky. We're going to take this central stem and go underneath it and then reverse tension. There we go. We're going to want to reverse the tension so that the line is kind of over top of the bend in our leg. Then what we're going to do is create an X friction to lock this off. So I'll just go underneath all of the wraps on this side. Perfect. Then cross over to create that iconic X and go underneath all of the ropes on this side. And now we have this pretty much locked in place. So I'm just going to do 3 wraps over top of this stem. 1, 2, and 3. But for the third one, we're going to pull the working end underneath this line. Perfect. So now we can just have it running underneath this part. And back to the front. We're going to do another half hitch. So again, for this one, we're going to go over top of this line here, then underneath it, passing through both of the lines, which creates a half hitch. And you're going to want to place the half hitch directly in line with the other one so that everything is just nice and orderly. And then again, we're going to have this angled downwards and bring it back over here. But as you can see, I'm kind of out of rope. So at this point, I'm going to extend it. So right here is kind of an awkward place to extend the rope because eventually we're going to need an X friction here. So I'm actually going to extend it right around here. And I'm actually going to extend it a tiny bit farther back so I have enough loose ends to make a bow, because I really like making bows. There we go. Good enough. So again, we'll cross over top of our main stem, bring it back to this side of the tie, and we're going to make another munter hitch right here. So once again, make sure you're holding the tension on this line. Go over, under, and I actually just realized that I did this wrong, so hold on. Okay, so you're going over this line, holding it in place, cross over top, through the two lines, underneath the top line, to create that munter. Awesome. And we're going to put another half hitch here. So again, to mirror the ones on this side, we're going to go under this time instead of over. All right, then we go over top of the line we just went under, then under this line here, to create that munter. And again, we're going to want to dress the lines so it's directly underneath this one. Okay, now it's time to do our second X friction. So go underneath this stem here, and cross over and under these lines. Cross over top of this to create the X, go under all of these lines. And then do 3 wraps on the stem here. 1, 2, and for the third, I'm going to go underneath this line. Perfect. And we're going to make another half hitch. Going over, under, between the two lines, and half hitch. But what's different about this part is we're actually going to have the working end go through this cinch. So we're going to go through this part, which is where our ankle is. And I probably should have said this earlier, but make sure there's enough room so that you can do this. And then go under this side. Then cross over this part. And so it'll create a diamond in the bottom. And it'll connect to the cinch. So again, we're going to make another half hitch right here. Going under, over, under. And it looks like my rope extension is kind of in the way, but whatever, it's fine. All right, so now we can finish off the time. We're gonna go under the stem, go over top and underneath all of these wraps here. Cross over top to create that iconic X. Go underneath all of the lines here. And then I'm just gonna do like 2 wraps around the stem because we don't have as much to work with here. So 1 and 2, but when you're pulling through, don't pull all the way through. So you have this loop here, then take the working end and go through your loop. Then take both of the working ends, split them to tighten it. And then I like to finish it with a bow. Perfect. And I'll just turn this into a miniature bow if I can. I don't know if there's even going to be enough room. Good enough. So here we go. This is what the inside of the leg looks like. Sorry, there's probably not very much contrast with the brown rope and then the brown leggings, but this is my favorite combo, so. And of course, the diamond patterns. It's a very sturdy tie. A lot of work goes into this one, but I think it's very beautiful. So there we have it. Thank you so much for watching.